Creativity is seeing something that doesn't exist and then taking steps towards that. I am Pasco Pam, your catalyst for transformation. That is the creative process, is seeing and moving towards what it is you want to create. Now, the creative process is all individual. It doesn't matter what it is that you want and where you focus your daily thoughts, your daily habits. That can either move you towards what it is you want or it can move you away from what you want. So really, the first steps of creativity are within. It's what you believe. It's what you want. It's what your heart desires. And if you are moving towards what you want, give yourself credit. Give yourself credit for moving towards what it is, no matter how big the steps are, no matter how little the steps are, but taking time each day to really go within, to really think about what it is you are wanting, because there are always nudges, there is always intuition, there is always something drawing you towards that which you know will make your life more meaningful and more fulfilled. I wrote a note here for me to make sure. It takes a lot of belief and a lot of work towards creating what it is you want. And so give yourself credit for even writing down ideas, thoughts, and then no holds bar, writing down any creative brainstorming steps you can take towards that vision. You know, it takes a lot of belief and a lot of trust. And so give yourself credit that you're even taking one step towards it. Give yourself credit for that. It has taken small steps for me to move forward. Give credit where credit is due, and it's always to yourself. There are people who do not want to see you succeed. There are people who refuse to even support what you're doing, or they say they support it and then they disappear, or whatever that is. It can't come from other people. It takes that portion of being alone and walking some of your path alone, and that's different from loneliness, but just walking that path in aloneness, in contemplation and reflection, and really thinking about what it is you want, what is happening around you, what is happening in the world, and taking steps towards what you want to create in your life. That takes a lot of trust and faith. That takes, in some cases, a lot of work. So give yourself credit. You can do this. This is why you're here. This is why you want more purpose and meaning in your life, just for yourself, not for anyone or anything else. It may be just something you want for yourself that satisfies a desire, something that's missing, something that you're longing for. Go for it. The universe responds to every thought and belief that you have. The more trust you have in taking that next step, the more trust and faith you have in believing that what you want can manifest, the more resources will appear. The right people will appear. Your tribe will appear. And give great thanks for each step, for each thing that shows up to guide you as a resource, to guide you and help you and support you, whatever that resource is. So it takes the awareness and paying attention that everything is there, that everything is ready. But the question is, are you ready? Are you ready to receive? Or is it easier to not believe that you deserve something? Is that easier? Is that a habitual thought pattern? Take a look at your daily habits. Really, really look at them and see what no longer serves you in those daily habits. And just fall is a time for letting go. Let go of those things that don't serve you. Really take a step. It doesn't matter how big or how small. Really take that step in just doing something new, doing something different, expanding your boundaries. It is in the unknown and uncertainty that we grow. I don't know why it's set up that way, but when we expose ourselves to those steps going towards our dreams and it's unknown and uncertain, we grow. And once we grow, we can't ever go back to the way we were. Think about who you were a year ago. Think about what you were doing a year ago. And think about the time now in the present moment. Are you happy with what has manifested? Because each thought and each habit has contributed to where you are today. And that's not something to feel guilty about if you're not where you want to be. It's just calling you to be aware of what those thoughts and habits are that brought you to where you are. There's no purpose, there's no anything good about judging yourself, which is why it's not good to judge other people. You don't know what their path is, but you know what your path is. That's the only thing that you can focus on and know that you have some control over. When I say step out into uncertainty, I don't mean it's uncontrollable. It's just not known to you yet. But every time you step out into uncertainty, you grow. You feel it. You feel it in your body. It's almost like it incorporates into your intuition. And once you create that habit, either on a daily basis or very frequently, you keep doing that, stepping out into the unknown and uncertainty, you're going to actually crave that and want to do that because you know that's where the growth is. I am not saying it's easy. There are certainly challenges and blocks along the way on anybody's paths. The question is, are you going to embrace those challenges or blocks as learning resources that redirect you to where you need to go? Do they redirect you to where you need to go? Because the universe knows your heart. The universe knows your intention. When you put that up as a very strong, heartfelt intention, the universe doesn't forget. And it's really trying to put those resources in front of you. It's really trying to put all those things in your path that keep you going towards what you want. Even if it looks like a challenge, even if it looks like a block, there is always something to learn from those things. And you wouldn't have learned whatever it is any other way. So maybe we could redefine what a block or a challenge is, a learning opportunity. I don't know. But that's another part of the creative process is you can redefine those things in your path that may have seemed like a block or a challenge. And just keep taking those steps forward. Just keep taking them in the present moment of awareness of where you're going and what you want and that purpose and meaning that you want in your life. We're all wanting to connect to something bigger and greater. And part of that is having purpose and meaning in our lives. So take those steps. Know that whatever you do on your path, it is divine timing, right timing, exactly where you should be. You are exactly where you should be. So have faith and trust in that, and know it takes so much to have faith and trust on your path. And take a moment and reflect and applaud yourself for how far you've come. It's so easy to keep looking at where the goal is at. Applaud yourself for how far you've come on your path. You are right where you should be, learning exactly what you need to learn in order to take that next step, to take that next level up. So I wish you well on your path. I will see you next week. Until then, I'm Pasco Pam, your catalyst for transformation.